So, Natekala, you were saying, we were at the point where I was asking, is it possible to amend, or does your constitution allow already members of your association, once they go work abroad, do they lose their membership, and are they going to be able to participate? Like, for instance, let's say if you amend the constitution to include representation of those who are working in diaspora, like who are working abroad, so that they may have a representation of some sort. Maybe let's say this is going to be a reserved place for someone who's representing those who are working abroad. It means they would elect one another virtually. So that virtual meeting can now be extended to join conferences virtually. And that way, that's when I'm saying they can, on an ongoing basis, be able now to support and bring exchange of ideas and solutions to the challenges that you are facing. I don't know, what can you say about that?
In the constitution, it's not included, but I think we can discuss it at here because I think it's a wise move to do so.
Yeah.
Basically, they only contribute at the personal level,
Okay.
not at institutional level. Yeah, they do contribute and they are allowed to do so.
I think that thank you very much. You are very clear about your role as the association. So I don't know if before we move to now marketing, I don't know anything that you want to talk about now. I will give you to freely flow whatever it is that for this day you would want your followers or your prospective employers, prospective partners in terms of at the national levels, because we're going to go bilateral agreements with governments. This is the stage that we have reached a global stage right now, and we thank God that we see the readiness of our government to support us to take the human resources that we have in the country to the rest of the world. So now, I was asking this question to say, do you know the statistics of the nurses that are unemployed, who are your members, versus those nurses who are employed in that?
Yes, we do know, because we have got about plus or minus 350 unemployed nurses in the country. And there's no way that it can be absorbed by the government or any other private sector. Like I told you about the establishment list, that tool has to be done by the parliament to expand that establishment list.
Yeah.
About the establishment list, I'm talking about deployment of nurses at health centers, at hospital levels, and the tertiary institutions. When I talk about tertiary hospitals, secondary hospitals, and regional hospitals, so inclusive of the health centers. So you will see that it's only about, I want to take an example of the health center. It will be only 5 nurses against a population of about 20,000.
Oh my
so
God.
That one is unbearable for nurses, especially when they work at that large population.
Oh my God.
So, especially you will see it very difficult in the hard to reach areas.
Yeah.
Yes. So those nurses are working very hard, and there's no way. Mentally, it's not wise, especially. It's not good for them to work at that environment. So, yeah, that is why we are pleading to our government to at least expand the establishment list or hire more nurses so that we can provide more quality nursing service to Lesotho. That is what I want. Because if you don't provide quality, you provide quantity. Basically, you are not doing justice to your population. You are not doing justice to Lesotho.
Yeah.
So the government has to, I'm appealing to them to expand that establishment list for nurses.
Okay, thank you very much, Ndate, for giving us this information. It's very insightful, and we are believing that it's going to help us prepare a very strong proposal to the countries that we are going to send our nurses to, starting with our Irish government here, because we are looking to have a press briefing soon, where we will be getting all of you to come virtually, especially those of you who have responded to our call as presidents, because we made a call to other professional regulatory bodies to say, you guys talk to us, because we don't know nothing about you, and we wouldn't know until you tell us. So I wouldn't make myself Jesus and say I know everything. No, I don't. And so I will need to discuss and engage with you in order to understand better how to package a nurse that you represent. So I must confirm this. At the moment, you're having a surplus of nurses up to over 300 that we can find employment immediately. We are engaged.
Yeah. And I would be very happy with that, because we are working on that. Like I told you about the state of nursing and midwifery survey that we did. There are a lot of nurses who are not working and they want to go abroad.
Yeah.
Basically, we cannot say it's a waste investment of the government of Lesotho. We can also say that it's a waste, because if you don't hire them, but you are paid for manpower
Yeah.
to provide their service, then you are not able to absorb them in your system. It means you are in business that is lost,
Yeah.
running lost.
Because they are not able to repay.
So we need to be proactive on that issue, because if we can allow our nurses to go abroad, basically they will bring what we call remittance to our country, then the country can develop.
Yeah.
Yes. So that will be easier for those people who are in Lesotho. There will be creation of more jobs, because those people, when they bring pounds, dollars, we can name them euros,
Yeah.
and they come with those international currency in our country.
Yeah.
Our economy we will grow.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah.
I'm appealing to the government, because we have engaged ourselves with the Ministry of Labor on this issue. Also, the Parliament from the Social Cluster Portfolio Committee, we engaged with them concerning this issue of allowing nurses to go outside the country and seek greener pastures. I won't say it's a greener pastures as such. I will say it will help our economy of the country, inclusive into our health system.
Yeah.
Basically, because they will come back with new innovations, with new skills, with new ideas as to help Lesotho to improve their livelihood.
Yeah, that's very well put, and I appreciate getting to hear the updates on the work that you have done with those in government, the members of parliament, and the cluster committees that are responsible there. I don't know, have you engaged the Minister of Health himself?
Yes, basically from the beginning we engaged him, and he is keen to help us to do all these things. Basically, I can attest to you that Minister Mutobogan he was open to us to tell us, guys, you have got a good idea. So go and meet with the Minister of Labor and so forth and their delegates. Then we are able to meet with the Minister Mkhosi through Minister Mutobogan on this issue, because basically we did give him that study. Then we showed him the results of that study concerning this current issue I'm talking about.
Yeah. No, this is a very good collaboration, and I can sense that at the moment there is no better moment than to export human capital from Lesotho than this time, because I see a lot of political will from government. And I want to mention that the likes of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs coming on board, we are hoping to get to talk to the Honorable Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Relations tomorrow, or if he's too busy, then maybe he can send us someone who's going to address us, because we have sent an invitation to them to talk to us, because we need support when we are abroad here. And this means, if according to the vision that I have, we should have this year an international jobs summit coming from Ireland, having been organized by Goodly Heritage, recruitment agency together with the partners that will quickly seek, like the University of Galway, as I can mention them because that's where I studied, and I'm gonna present to them to say, University of Galway, please sponsor us even as we organize this international job summit. That's gonna be annual, and you see, we're gonna be calling ministers of health and ministers of labor and the presidents as well as the prime ministers of countries, and now including the presidents of trade unions and professional bodies to come and engage with the Irish ones here, because we're based here in Ireland. We can't be doing this in other countries where we don't live there, you know what I mean? But it will be very helpful if we get the support from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs for us to be able now to come through this and hold an annual massive event that will now make us very recognizable when we go from Ireland to the rest of the world. So I hope we can develop this, and it's a project that we are going to be working on, and we have a date already coming, the 27th of June, and you know about it. And during that date, we are going to be having a briefing, and we are going to be having a coverage from the national television here, because we're going to engage them to come and have high delegate media briefing that will go to the nation. And from there, I hope the Minister of Foreign Affairs and Minister of Labor can take things up. We want to change Lesotho by changing one Lesotho at a time, and we want to make the most millionaires in the country. And by doing that, we're going to make our country the smallest, richest country. That's my dream. That I might be crazy, but I think so.
Basically, what you have said is true, and I want to appeal from the Ministry of Labor, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. As individuals, we should swallow our pride and put the political regard aside, and to work together to see that this opportunity will not just fade. It will be an opportunity that can expand and give Lesotho an international employment.
Yeah.
That also will basically help to expand in our economy, and it will basically boost our economy. So I'm appealing to them that we should put our personal interest aside, and I want to repeat this: we should put our personal interest aside, and basically help each other to see that this opportunity, we grab it positively, so that Lesotho can work outside this country. That is my special appeal to them. The Ministry of Labor, especially the Minister, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the Minister, I'm appealing to them because they are the one who has got political will to see this thing happening. This can happen tomorrow or at midnight today.
That's true.
If they can work together and put their political regalia aside for this opportunity.
We don't need no politics. We want to improve the quality of lives of our people. That's all. We are here because of that. We are not here about promoting any political party. We are here about changing lives for better. And imagine the 300 that we are bringing here. Do you know that in 1 year, we will have made 300 millionaires?
Basically that one is very possible. That is why I'm appealing to them that we put those things aside and we want to grab this opportunity. I remember one professor from South Africa called Professor Fred. You know, he's keen to see this happening. So basically myself also.
So thank you very much, Ndate, for this. And I would like now to allow you to say whatever it is that you want to say freely without my interruption now with questions. Whatever it is that you planned to talk about today. Regarding international representation, would you just summarize which platforms you as the council have been representing the nursing membership by sending you out there to represent them? And also lastly, maybe to take us through the structure of Lesotho's maybe catchment area in the health sector where a nurse practices. If you can just go through the structure, maybe you can start from the bottom up or maybe top bottom. I don't know how you prefer to do it.
Can you come again? The signal is not put here.
Oh yeah. Okay, I was asking, are you able to give us a look at the structure in which under which a nurse working in Lesotho is working? If it's a bottom up or top bottom approach, you can tell us how the structure of a clinic health system, a referral system works like. And the last one was to tell us which platforms that are international that you have represented the Nursing Association of Lesotho, and how do you think this establishment that we have with you can help you even do better in representing the profession internationally?
Okay. Basically, the international structure that we are engaging with or we are affiliated with, it is the International Council of Nurses, and that is based in Switzerland, with the president from Spain now, the current president from Spain. And we have got EXACOM, the Eastern Southern Africa College of Nurses and Midwives. That is where we affiliate. Also, we have got the African, the Union of African Nurses and Midwives, whereby we have united all African countries, professional associations, unions, and trade unions and associations, as to basically to form that part of Africa like AU does. So basically, that is where I've been representing Lesotho in those forums. We have got a South African network